Okay, so it was still recording. I just had to check it because if I didn't, I would have still been explaining away, and I would have been like, wait, why is the recording not stopping? But it was still recording. So let's get back to where it was. So after that, after you get okay, so you can train yourself, but the major way to train up Duel is to go to a a mountain in the region where you can train up the general use the dual bar faster than if you were training by yourself. If you were training by yourself, I would say it would take about a month in game to train yourself. But if you went to the personal trainer, I would say it takes about a day, 3 days to train. So a major difference between training by yourself and training with a trainer. Dual stat 2. And dual stat, by the way, can only go up to 4, so maybe 5, maybe 10. I don't really know where I was going. To 4. The dual stat at level 2 is you and your past self are more in sync, and you can hold it for longer, but still cannot hold it for too long. So how this works is that there's a time limit on how long the person can go without me controlling them. Level 1, it is 3 turns. Level 2, it's 6 turns. Level 3, it is 12 turns. And level 4, well, level 4, you can just hold him forever out. In a roleplay scenario, don't even do them in roleplay scenarios. That will not work. I will legit just say, hey, you sure you want to do this? Because if you do a duel, because if you do true formation in a roleplay scenario, yeah, expect to be visited by the big bad evil guy. Later, while you're in the middle of a battle, when your team is knocked out. Basically, just do not do duel. Well, no. Your team is not knocked out. Your team does not have to be knocked out in order for him to visit you while you're in the middle of a battle. So yeah, do not do duel in a role. Do not do true formation in a roleplay scenario or anywhere when you're not fighting. So, the other thing about this sort of scenario is that the main thing about the character, so how you do the major story, the major okay. Anyways, Duel 2. Oh god, team has joined. Oh, I just remembered I wasn't in a party. I was originally gonna play with online, but then I realized, hey, wait, I could just create a private game and just do that, because I do not want to get curb stomped while I'm playing this game. Because yes, there are people who are better than me. There are gods at this game, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm gonna die every night. Anyways, back to where I was. So, okay, that was duality. Okay, back to duality 2. And in duality 2, you can hold them out for longer. Okay, another thing that I'm just now adding to 1 is that after you did true formation. After that, you enter a stunned state, where basically your character is much slower and much weaker than they would be normally. Number 2 denies that, so basically you now do not enter that stunned state, and yeah. And the dual stat is not only important for to be able to control your character better, but it also allows you to, you know, more easily get things your way because you have more knowledge. So dual stat in the roleplay scenario, even though you cannot use true formation, dual stat in a roleplay scenario, it basically just makes you more knowledgeable of certain things. So like say people want to make a cake. If I say you roll this stat, then you roll the stat and you fail, you can roll your duel. Just pure duel to try again. And because duel can only go up to 4, it is legitimately more luckier than normally. Because I've seen like YouTube videos where like you having multiple dice at your hand actually makes you more likely to fail it. So having only like 2 dice to like roll the dual stat is better. And by the way, dual stat will not work during if you're not doing anything that relies on human intelligence or whatever kind of intelligence you are doing. So I will have to remember your freaking past self in order to get the dual stat to work correctly. So if you are a more instinct-like character, like a wolf or something in your past life, then instinct rolls will be used for dual stats. If you're a human, then logic rolls or smart rolls will be used for your dual stat. And if your character is more on the, like, I know that I just, like, anything that basically relies on your past self, you can use the dual stat for. Now, I'm not gonna say how I'll say it works, but I'm saying, like, if it works, then basically what'll happen is your past self will sort of whisper to you, I guess, about how this works, and then you will succeed it if you succeed. If you fail, yeah, you just fail. Nothing even happens if you fail the dual stat roll. Another thing about... Okay. A thing about when dual stat gets to level 3. Level 3 dual stat. Of course, as I've stated, it is 12 rounds before, or you have to put it away or risk it being taken over by me. And again, you will not enter a stunned state, and you will actually receive 1 benefit from True Formation. True Formation in level 1 and 2 does not grant you any buffs to your actual past self. It is literally just you summoning another character to assist you in the battle. But in level 3 of dual stat, you will actually gain buffs from your character. So say your character was an armor knight, then your character would gain the armor of a knight. Or your character was capable of fire abilities. If you were not a fire type, you can cast them. Now I'm just imagining like people like a water type just casting a fireball. Just randomly casting a fireball. Just saying fireball. If your character is basically you get the benefits of things that you wouldn't normally get. Now cyborgs are a different business. Now, cyborg characters, or robot characters, are already affected by their dual, by their past selves. So, cyborg characters will have certain parts replaced with cybernetics. So, like, they will function differently from normal players. Now, while this is, oh yeah, and robot characters will just be pure robots. So they're more cybernetic in general. Now, robot characters are more easier to notice than cyborgs, because, well, cyborgs, well, their robot parts are seen and not noticeable to the naked eye. Meanwhile, actual robots will have a more, well, if you're a regular Pokemon. So yeah, it's basically like a, hey guys, I'm a human kind of card. And yes, you will have to pretend to be like an actual robot. Like, you don't have to say beep boop, because that is not a thing that robots do. That is a stupid gimmick to make people like know that, oh hey, this person's a robot. No, you do not have to do that. You will just have to speak in a more robotic tone and state more obvious facts, or not get humor at all. Basically basic robot stuff if they were more sentient. I think even one of the characters is like a plant-based robot. Like there's a plant inside of him, and that's why he's sort of half plant, half cyborg in the thing. That is one of the bosses, by the way. That is not a character that you will be able to find. That is just a major bad guy. Major bad guy.
Target pilot spotted. Back up! Back up!
So, thinking of how this works. Okay, I think that's it for Dual Stat 3. Yes, and that entire segment was me explaining how Dual Stat 3 worked. Goodness gracious. So, I like how I said I wasn't going to explain anything in vivid detail, but I think I meant like more major facts. This is not like major or anything. Dual Stat 4. As I stated, it will be infinite, and you can use it out of a roleplay scenario. I mean, in a roleplay scenario, sorry. Without the risk of the big bad guy coming to visit you at all.
Engaging light infantry.
You were basically legitimately just there because you can be. You can literally just summon your past self without any risk of being attacked at all by the guy who's trying to attack you. Get you in level 4 is if your entire team is down and you're also down. So level 3 you can use in a roleplay scenario, but your team has to be down. In Duel 3. In Duel 3, you will have to have your entire team down or for him to visit you. Be like, do you want to save them, then join my side. But in Duel 4, you will have to also be knocked out for him to be like, oh hey, this is a possible person that I can recruit over. Because, you know, you're not stupid enough to help the guy that you know is evil. Because, you know, being able to control 2 people at once is a giant thing. But via the methods I've said, to go to Duel 4 with with training from the big guy, from the dude that helps you, it would take about, calculating, hold on, 18 days in order for that to work, which is 2 weeks and 2 days. So 2 weeks and 2 days. That is not enough when the big bad comes in. That is too much time for when the big bad comes in. Because when you finish all the enemies, the big bad will spawn. And you have a time limit for the big bad. So you legit cannot just wait out the entire fight, because the big bad is not going to wait for people to get ready to fight him. He will just come after you straight away. By the way, the more time you waste on not attacking, the more powerful the enemies become. Now, it's kind of like they're scaling to your level. But those are the basic enemies. The bosses are not the thing. By the way, eventually I will, not only will I create a trailer, but I will create animations from them. Because I am planning on creating a comic for the Poké Roll session, which is called The Saviors of the Light. Now, while I know that may sound bad, because actually people have already created like comic series about that, and I'm like, oh shoot, well I can't do that. Then I'm going to be copying from them. And trust me, I do not want to copy from people. What'd you go? So anyways, how the first boss is going to go, if you do pick the first boss that I have made for this story. If you do fight against the actual first boss, that you're supposed to be fighting first. The first boss is going to be capable of controlling your characters. Well, it only may not sound a lot, but if you get your duel when you fight the first boss, which you should not have, unless you've been doing some intense training beforehand, if they hit either your present self or your past self, they will control both. And if you do true formation, they'll do true formation as well. Because all the enemies, all the bosses, can do true formation as well. Now, the unique thing is that certain NPCs will have unique wild forms. Like, the Guildmaster will have a unique transformation whenever they use wild form. The only way you can get them to use wild form is if you stress them. If you stress them, well, the thing is, you're going to be fighting the guild leader, and if you do too much damage at once, or too fast, then they will, go into their wild formation form, in which they are much stronger and basically are a punishment for players who are to do too much damage. Now, do not worry, because you will not, I repeat, will not die to like 30 different enemies because you attacked too much. Only the guild leader is capable of using the OP. They are basically holding back so that way the players do not get hurt. And I'm not really saying who Guildmaster is, but it's fun. In fact, originally the Discord was going to have the picture of the guild leader's face. But I couldn't think of what name to call it, and then I chose the name that I was going to make the comic. So yeah, the Discord server is called the Saviors of Light Discord server, chat, whatever. But
Together. Stay in formation. High
yeah, that's
targeting infantry.
how that works.
Cross 13. What's our target spot? You want her back up?
So yeah, you can just choose to do whatever the heck you want. It's not like I'm stopping you. But that's kind of the fun of it. I don't choose what you guys do. You choose what you do. If you want to recruit nobody, hey, then recruit nobody. If you want to recruit everybody you can, then recruit everybody you can. Most of the ones that I recommend recruiting are the ones that are capable of the same thing you guys can. But you can literally recruit anyone that you do tasks for. Because remember, you're in a guild. You do guild stuff. And although this guild is more unique than the original guilds, you can still do normal guild stuff like adventure, like do missions. Although Trimeco and the side guild co-guild leader will not recommend that you do so. But you can still do it because that isn't me saying I do not recommend this. Do not do this. In fact, I recommend that you guys go ahead and do the normal guild missions, because, normal guild missions are actually better than what the guild actually does. Now, I'm not going to spoil what the guild actually does. I'm not going to spoil what the guild actually does, because I do not want people to be deterred and be like, ew, what, no, you know what, frick it. Because if I don't, then people will leave anyways. So what the guild does is they take care of children. And yes, I do mean seriously children. And each rank in the guild will grant you access to different kinds. So on bronze rank, you will take care of eggs. Because eggs. And then next rank silver, you will take care of actual babies. Rank gold, I think. Rank gold, you will take care of you'll take care of kids. So older versions of babies. I think that's when you'll encounter one of the NPCs you can recruit. The other ones are more of just ones you encounter along your travels. So. Master, you can encounter him, mission, granted by you by the cook, and guild leader. So, yeah. Eventually you'll get to the amazing, I forgot what it was called, but I know that there's like 4 rankings in this. Oh, there's 4 rankings. But the 4th rank, if there is one, and if not, then gold rank is this. And silver rank is the children. But the 4th rank, or the gold rank, is you taking care of teenagers. And yes, I know that's a big step up from children. We're going to children to teenagers, but they're moody teenagers. They're in a phase, kind of. Like yeah. This guild is more like a babysitting camp, even though they call themselves a guild. The main reason they do not do like the normal missions the guild do anymore is because, well, one of the bosses will actually answer that. Oh right, I didn't explain what the other bosses were. Well, actually, I'll only explain the first boss because it's fun. But yeah, the guild is basically a giant babysitting clinic. But it's for the right cause. If we don't do it, then, like, what are you supposed to do? Like, just or walk around, or And by the way, I do have a reason for why for why you should do the other tasks. Because the guild is against doing actual guild stuff, they will actually pay you less. If you decide, hey, I want to do this, they will actually give you that. They'll give you less than They'll give you less than. They'll give you less than if you were taking care of children. So taking care of an egg would give you 10, but doing an actual guild mission will give you only like 5 or 3 if you do that one. So I don't know how much you want in real life or anything. So basically, doing actual guild missions will do like 50% less or more than actually doing the ones where you take care of the children. So yeah, it's more recommended that you take care of the kids than to do fun missions. And by the way, the children will be interesting. They are not all copy and paste this emotion or this personality. They will be unique. If I could think of a way to make them unique. If I do, then they will be unique. Of course, some will be accidentally copy-pasted, but hey, it's a price to pay for, like, legitimately for creating a place where I have to come up with basically baby NPCs on the spot. Also, yeah, eggs will not be interesting. Eggs will all be cut and paste stuff in certain scenarios. I will have your characters flip a coin, and if actually flipping a coin sounds way too one-sided, because if you flip a coin that would be too happen. Actually, scratch that. I'll make it D100, I guess. D100's random enough, ain't it? Because D100 is like 100 different faces on one different little dice. So there's enough uniqueness to like distinguish it from others. So yeah, unique events, unique stuff, unique characters. So yeah. Now when I create the trailer, I'll be more descriptive on it. But for now, nothing really interesting doesn't up here. Just the fact that, you know, we can just have some fun. So I guess that's it for my 50 subscriber special. But anyways, yeah, that's it for my 50 subscriber special. So yeah, announcements and unique stuff you guys can do. I know that like, okay, so what I'm thinking about last night that for the reactions, I will use Gacha Life. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, but I'm not gonna turn into just a strict Gacha Life YouTuber. But, like, I like Gacha Life reactions, alright? Plus, I can do multiple characters at once. Now, not all of them will be on Gacha Life, really. Most of them will, so yeah. Just for fun. But yeah, it's fun whenever you see like a bunch of things all together. So yeah, fun. Something to have fun. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this 50 sub special. The song will come at 100. So yeah, see you all next time. Bye bye.